Surprisingly annoying. Ching auto there in from Lucid, who get rooted up, does still manage to get that kill, as Pays nearly gets some more value. Shun being around makes it a bit spicier with the red buffs available, and the Audacious charge to work with. Lucid now wrapping around, but unfortunately nowhere to go, and they just end up going 2 for 1. DK start it, and JDG finish it.
JDG and DK starting things off.
With Flash available, could maybe try to get out of the pit. Caught in the back there. The Azir comes shuffling on in, and that's a kill for Scout. Root now onto Lucid, who also falls. Aiming needs to back away. Bot side Chiwu. Shun's the one that picks it up. They tried to give it over to Scout, but alas, Shun said, no, 3-0-2. Shin
Sam,
instead.
I can already tell this is going to be a very fun tournament. Aiming flashes. Yay! I don't think he's going to live here either. Wow, Shun and Draw are just decking them. Brings up 4 people to his lane, and DK, look, I appreciate the attempt. Try and kill the Renekton. However, it is a Renekton with ult. Does manage to get to that very quickly. First turret, very easily going to JDG. They had the 3 grubs before Pays.
Beryl's in a bush. Draw will turn into a minion and make 2 of them at once. Lucid now turns up, and Xiaochu gets bounced around. That's not a bad combo, actually. Unfortunately for DK, has that ability to potentially Dragon's Rage someone. Jaw gets bounced around and dies as well. And JDG, I don't know about that. That was probably a bit much. As well by the Lee Sin, and they blow up the jungler. JDG, the mid-game fumbles again continue.
Lucid's Lee Sin really clean, as it's JDG the ones who get picked off. I thought initially, well, Beryl's taking a ton of damage. Taking an ult, he might get Pays here.
Yeah, kicks him mid, blast code flight, and Pays eats the Dragon's Rage.
If you ever want to wonder, that's a great reason why. You wouldn't be able to do that without that. Good route, though, onto Showmaker.
Goes looking for multiple members, doesn't find it. The Nico gets popped, and JDG's mid-game woes ends up hit with a perfect execution and goes down afterwards.
I think he was looking to see if he can get towards an Atakan steal. Ended up in River, gets caught out.
There we go. We'll see where the Ashes land up this time as Scout tries to slide away, and Lucia said, I do not care.
That because of the cricket and the Ashes.
Yeah, that was...
Now, the problem is,
it, yeah.
I'm going to imagine...
Oh, shoot. Is going to try and get on top of Chiwu. Does a decent amount of work. Unfortunately, it's not enough. Over the wall goes Showmaker. Does get bounced around, actually. The Redemption's coming on down, and Showmaker's gone giga deep. Does slide away. Surviving for now. The call of the curtains is there, and they'll still go down, I think, to Shun with a smite and a bit of a red buff trigger. There's the wind becoming lightning. Aiming. Does get out to safety. Showmaker tried. Beryl now going to fall afterwards. At DK, maybe that was a touch far.
It was the wind becomes lightning from Shun, which finished off Showmaker just through the Leona's back.
Awesome and the deadly flourish. And I think Lucid may also just die. Kick the wall, he survives! Shouldn't hit when the wind becomes lightning! Oh! But it doesn't matter because there's a resonating strike, bit of healing.
This is why we don't count our eggs before they hatch.
Maybe not for him. Here comes the rest of the team. The sirens are on. Chiwu, Chiwu. Shun just about survives. The crescent card comes on down. We'll try to Audacious charge out to safety, and Lucid says absolutely not.
Oh, god damn it, you actually did that really well.
Six combo. Ooh, sure, just about survived, but not for long as Showmaker finishes up. They lose the Ziggs, though, on the other side of Xiaoxu gets on top of them. All the while, Lee Sin, Lucid getting some good value on a Page who is dead, and the damage keeps on flying. Shun will not survive the onslaught. Decent work from Xiaoxu, gets a Ruthless Predator off, but Shiwu with a repudiation and a slide away gets enough health back with the Honey Fruit to stay alive. They go back towards the Baron.
Oh, and I don't think Xiaoxu will make it out of this either. Very much behind enemy lines, actually.
Doesn't land, so no way out for Shiwu, who gets trapped to the turret and goes down. That's a pretty good pick. Nice angle, Scout. Good. Does it save the game, though, as the rest of the inhibitors and the Nexus turrets are going down?
That is the most fed member of the enemy team, but yeah, you've got some turrets missing. Luckily, Azir can build you a free one with his pass forward.
Jaw goes looking for a pop. Oh, no! Really landed as Beryl buffers through himself with a Zenith Blade. Lucid hops on out with the safeguard. Aiming being run up by Xiaoxu, and Aiming is winning a 1v1 in melee range with a Renekton. And JDG are running out of health bars.
There they are. Lucid getting the healing from the safeguard Iron Will. The bomb comes through. Pace just about lives. The same cannot be said of Shun, the clone from Showmaker.
Oh, lovely angle. In comes a resonating strike. And the first one goes to DK. 2 more for a home run.
Game 1 to Dplus Kia. JDG skirmished a little. Saying going into that. On the other side, Q charged up a little bit of wave clear. Xiaoxu is going to die. He will be able to clear the wave, though.
Took a redive, but it is now done. Lucid.
Quick, he's going to predict things. Root in the mid lane. Oh!
Nice angle. Showmaker doesn't survive, though, nonetheless.
It doesn't matter. You decide whether Mark needs to see that or not, I suppose. Pass it into bot side.
Oh,
Great damage from the
no!
culling. No bailout. Dead in the CC.
Nicely done. Good combo there. Aiming, survive. The door doesn't really lead to all that much. Kiana ends up getting that kill. Nice deal. As Scout is about to face check Lucid, who will flag and drag, and then Showmaker will put down the Crescent Guard and turn out to safety with a Realm Warp. Just gets the standing to survive.
Yeah, Showmaker doesn't have ult just as that happens. I think if he had that ult up, would have... Yeah.
Eat spears as Pays will give him some splinters from the door.
We've found the hands, folks. Everyone be calm. Be collected. We've found the hands.
A million gold pieces will not be enough to keep DK's from killing off Pays.
Yeah, small loan of $1 million is... not enough, Sam.
It's not.
It's not enough.
Good chunk from Lucid doing his best to back up with a bailout. Actually does keep Joe alive. That's important. Actually, it's more HP than he started with. Not bad going. All the while, of course, the Braum goes on down as well. JDG picking off a couple members. Probably going to have to flashes once, but doesn't get there in time as Shiwu follows with a leap strike. And Scout is a dead man. Let's get over there, unspotted. Now looking for that supreme display of talent and nabs away the dragon. Important that. Does die to make it happen, but a successful heist nonetheless. Forwards from Jaw as well. Gets a lot of value. It's a 1-for-1 right now. But then DK begin to roll through. So much value as the Void continues to claim a few more lives. Does die. Slight pause there in the game state, but it's all good. Scout.
Had to give him like a split second as the auto was in flight. Omae wa mou shinderu. She was jumping forwards for the counter-strike. Bit more damage. Scout in danger. Scout dead.
And we go as Showmaker will end up claiming that turret after as well. He's kind of... Honestly, at this moment, he knew he was going to die. Back to live we go. There's DK looking for a Cataclysm. Shun has to get over the wall and does so with a turret shape. The culling comes on down, though, and that means it's a dead. Kiana, the Empress of Ixtal, is dethroned.
And these are meant to be our two best teams at the event. Sure, Malzahar. Why not? Sure, ult him to death. Cool.
And he does die. Yep, that's the way that one works. Xiaoshu is now a zombie.
That's for 2021. Takes down the opposing mid laner.
A few point-and-click bits of AoE damage.
Yeah, and the game gets very hard after that point. They're jumping forwards, draw. I don't think that's really a direction you want to move this company in, though. Gonna move into liquidation. The spell shield from Malzahar stops his ultimate from being cancelled. See, he's even got a tool to stop himself being cancelled ultimates. Incredible.
Massive. I think he's going for the penta. There's the triple to begin with. They come back towards Xiaoshu, who dies to the Malzahar burn.
We'll enter the party.
Shun is coming. There's the Cataclysm. Kind of interrupts the supreme display of talent, and Shiwu is there and blows up the Renata. Pace has to cleanse. The Glacial Fissure comes on down, and Xiaoshu...
Asian Invitational, the best of the rest, the teams which didn't make Worlds, come to play, and the LCK start things off strong.
Showmaker looking to ensure a little bit of a flash nether grasp and making some nice fun plays at the end of it all, but it is DK who are our victors.